you ever been asked this question? Hey man, are you good? And you take a second because everything inside you is just and the response to that question is what? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, me too. Welcome to the bench session, where we unload the weight one session at a time. I'm Juan, and this is a space for real talk. The kind that doesn't always make it into group chats or gym conversations. There's no guests, there's no filters, it's just me, a mic, and my truth. Let's get into it, shall we? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the stigma, the wall, the reason many of us keep everything locked in inside. The question is, why don't men talk? Like, really talk? And no, I'm not coming at this with therapy buzzwords or trying to do some type of healing culture or any of that crap. I'm talking about the real stuff, the kind of silence that feels like strength until it breaks you. That's what I'm talking about. So most of us, if not all of us, we grew up watching men that stayed quiet. Our fathers, our uncles, our grandfathers, they didn't say, I'm struggling. They just dealt with the shit. If you cried, man the fuck up. If you hesitated, don't be a pussy. That was the blueprint that was imprinted on us at a very, very early age. Now, is this a generational thing? Is this just how every guy is wired? I don't know. I know that it's been a generational thing for me, but I can't tell for everybody else. People my age usually have the same mindset. And that's one of the issues that afflicts us as a society. Excuse me. We see talking about all the stuff that we have inside as weakness, but it's not weakness. We're all still human. We all still feel stuff. And sometimes that can get overwhelming. But what can you do? So, is it ego and identity somewhere along the way that we started believing that talking is our weak points because that's what's been imprinted on us from the start? Maybe. Maybe it's bravado. Maybe it's being macho. Like if you opened up, you lose all the credibility you had built up. You lose your man card, as we call it, right? But let's be real here. That's all bullshit. None of that's true. Being vulnerable doesn't mean that we're broken. It means that we're brave enough to say, I'm hurting. We have the balls to say that. Say, I'm hurting. Something's wrong. Rather than pretending that there's nothing wrong at all and just bottling up everything inside. Because what does that lead to? It leads to just being angry, bitter, resentment. And, that can be towards anybody. That doesn't mean we're angry just at ourselves. It could be we get resentful of our partners that we're with, of our family, our siblings. Just be resentful all around. And that just builds up inside you this toxicity. And all that is not needed. We need more guys that would stand up and say, I need this. I am struggling. I am screaming in my head every night. I want somebody to just sit with me and talk. And it's one of those talks where you're not looking for a solution. You're just looking to talk. Right? You don't need fixing. You just need venting. That's the kind of talk that a lot of us need. Going back to this being a bravado thing or a macho thing, it all stems from movies and things we saw growing up. And let's be honest, social media is not helping at all in this kind of scenario. You know, you scroll through social media and everybody's talking about how great their life is, how they have no issues. Everything's happy, rainbows and fucking blowjobs everywhere. You know, everybody's flexing their new car, their new bodies, the good energy that they have. But if you know anything, you know that social media is literally just a bunch of bullshit. Everybody on there is fake. They only talk about their minor successes. No one ever sits there and makes a post of how shitty their week has been, how they don't have a job, how they don't know how they're going to bring food to the table. No one talks about that because no one's going to be, or they feel that no one's going to be supportive. They feel like all they're going to get to, all the responses they're going to get are people just talking shit or making fun of them or doing anything that it's going to make their mood even worse than what it is right now. But, you know, sometimes we just need to talk for ourselves. Even if it's just talking in the mirror to yourself, going over everything that's going on and just getting it out there. If you think about every fake smile that we give the world, every pretend feeling that it's a good day, pretending that everything is rainbows and blowjobs, what's underneath all that? A lot of us are just fucking exhausted. We're burned out. Some of us are lonely. But instead of saying that out loud, we try to bury it deep inside. We drink it away. We joke it away. We overtrain. We go quiet. We overthink. Why? Because it's so much easier to put a mask on than actually speak what we're feeling and be not just honest with the world, because realistically, fuck the world. They're not paying your bills. They're not providing anything for you. It's about being honest to yourself, to you, because when it comes down to it, you matter. Whether or not you've heard that in your life, you do matter. I would much rather listen to you venting than having to read a news article about you eating a Glock 19 for dinner. You know, I would rather watch you build yourself and become successful than just sit there and watching the train wreck happen and nothing changing. But, you know, that's the kind of stuff that doesn't get talked about much. I am here for anybody that's willing to talk, anybody that wants to listen. Hit me up in the comments, say something, talk about something, send me a message on social media. There's many, many options for you. This whole being macho, keeping everything inside is not helping any of us. Let's talk it out. Let's unload the weight, as we say here. You don't have to be a statue to be strong. You can talk. You can feel. You can break. And guess what? You can fucking rebuild. Look at all these houses during hurricane seasons, during tornado seasons. They get destroyed and they get built right the fuck back up. You can do the same. You can rebuild who you are. Make yourself better than who you were before. And if someone calls that weakness that you're being broken, well, then that person's full of shit and they're afraid of their own reflection, which is why they find all the negatives in you versus looking deep inside themselves. I'll leave you with this. You are where you are because of everything you've done. Imagine where you can be if you decide to step out of the whole macho vibe, the whole grown men don't cry. Step away from that and just open up. Imagine where you can be then. Thanks for sitting with me. If this episode stirred something up, don't run from it. Text a friend. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Say something real. Feel free to share this to whoever you need to share this with. Comment. And I'll see you guys on the next one.